Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the film Man of Steel. Now, as you know, Man of Steel is a 2013 superhero film that is based on the iconic character Superman, and was meant to be the first installment in the DC animated extended universe, and was directed by Zack Snyder, who would also give us films like Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, as well as his cut on the Justice League. Now, the film, I would say, does borrow a lot of elements from comics. For example, when it kind of uses the elements of Kryptonians being born artificially from the 1986 Man of Steel series, also elements of the DC Comics Superman Earth 1 series. Now, the premise of the film is meant to follow Clark Kent, who feels like an outsider from his world and feels like he doesn't fit in. And we kind of see how we see from Clark's journey from his space pod, how he crash lands on Earth, and him basically trying to find his place. And eventually, after uncovering a space pod that contains Jor-El, he mainly learns about his place. And we see how Lois Lane wants to find out more about him. And of course, you can kind of tell Lois Lane does step on a few toes just to find her story. And you can kind of tell what Zack Snyder got right is that he's trying to be realistic with the story. Again, the reason why Jonathan Kent tries to be a bit harder on Clark is not as he knows Clark has full potential to do good, and he doesn't want him to use his powers just yet. It's like someone trying to help someone be the better person, and knowing they can't be at their full potential just yet. Also, when Clark does save the school children, you can tell he is disappointed in him, but he knows he was trying to do the right thing. Of course, we are also introduced to General Zod and the other Phantom Zone criminals that were imprisoned. Here, General Zod is a general who believes he's trying to do the right things, or doesn't want to see any guilt in his actions, and his goal is to find the Codex and uses a machine to terraform Earth into a new version of Krypton. And I would say General Zod in this one does work. It implies that Jor-El did once respect Zod as a friend and an ally, but after becoming deluded, you can kind of tell Jor-El starts to see that Zod's slowly lost his way. And here, General Zod's plans do work, as he wants to protect his race and believes he's doing the right things. And I think there are moments that Man of Steel really does capture Superman well. For example, when Clark talks to a priest, he is feared that the humans will betray him just as Zod might. And this is a moment where we go to someone for advice and help. I also think what Man of Steel also gets right is the planet Krypton, as we have seen other creatures on Krypton before. And I think they really do capture that atmosphere well. I think it's a shame that Zack Snyder is credited for basically not checking the Superman source material, even though he did. And yeah, the screenplay was also written by Christopher Nolan and David S. Goller, so they knew what they were trying to bring. And I think also when Superman does go against General Zod last time and confronts, and when he's about to kill a family with his Kryptonian powers, you can tell Clark was left with no options, as take it you're someone who's been in war or kind of left with no options. You aren't always going to have what it takes to make the right choice. Sometimes you are going to have to make the difficult decision. And I think what Man of Steel also does well at, it really knows how to bring Superman into a new age. And I also know that there is a potential film that J.J. Abrams is planning to produce, which hints it's going to be more of a reboot. So, hinting that some elements of the DC Extended Universe are going to be fixed, even though I think Christopher Nolan, also Zack Snyder, and other people have been trying to fix with the DC Extended Universe. And I think, in a way, Man of Steel is rememberable. Again, I know a lot of people criticize about the city being destroyed, even though in the comics that did happen dozens of times in Action Comics, Superman, Adventure Comics, and so on. So I get it, people are going to be a bit more critical. But to me, this was enjoyable. So I think it deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.